Thanks for staying with us. The Federal Highway Administration recently approved the city's plans to build the bridge over the St. Lucie River for the Crosstown Parkway extension. It was a big step for the city to move forward. To talk to us about it today is Frank Knott from the city's Public Works Department. Thanks for joining us today, Frank.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good to have you here.
Thank you.
This record of decision, the ROD as it's known, is from the Federal Highway Administration. What is this exactly?
This is the final approval from FHWA on the PD&E study with the environmental impact statement, and they recognized 1C. They approved Route 1C as the final route.
Okay, for those who may be new and maybe not familiar with all this work that's been going on for so many years now, 11 years since this environmental kind of study stuff really got in full swing. 11 years is a long time. We've done a lot. We've built the rest of the Crosstown Parkway that runs from out in Tradition area all the way across the middle of town up to Manth Lane. But why is this link significant?
This is the final link that it's going to continue on West Virginia Drive as it is right now, and it'll connect over to US 1 at Village Green Drive.
Okay, so you talk about Route 1C. That implies that there were other possible routes?
There were 6 other routes that were studied.
And what did you do? What do you look at in the studies? How they impact traffic?
They impact the significance of the environment, the social and the economic impacts of the residents and the businesses.
So after all this time and all this study, this record of decision means that the Federal Highway Administration and many other agencies, I assume, agree that this is the best route to build that bridge.
Correct.
And it's better than the alternative of not building any bridge.
That's definitely for sure.
And
we would have had serious impacts to our traffic on Port St. Lucie Boulevard and Prima Vista Boulevard.
Right, and as the city grows over the years, those two streets would have just been clogged up more and more?
Right. We're already in a failing situation with Port St. Lucie Boulevard between the river and Floresta Drive.
Okay, so you've got this record of decision now, and now does that mean you can move forward? What happens next? On
March the 26th, we're going to have a public information meeting from 4 till 7 at the community center. We will have DOT on hand to discuss with the homeowners the acquisition process.
So this is open to the public in general, everybody. You don't just have to be in that neighborhood.
Everybody's invited so they can learn about the project, but we really hope that the people that live on the corridor, where the houses are affected, we want them to come out to understand what their rights are.
Because you have a number of properties there, approximately how many?
There's roughly 90 properties in all, 60 or so housings, and 30 vacants.
Okay, so the city's going to have to buy those all up.
Correct.
Right? We don't use, they're not condemned. That's a different word. Sometimes you hear that word associated with it. It's not considered condemning. City's purchasing those properties. We get some sort of an independent estimate on the value of those properties?
They'll be appraised by a consultant from DOT. They're going to follow the Uniform Act, which is a federal guideline, and it'll be based on the current market values.
And the DOT, the Department of Transportation, is actually the ones handling this whole process?
That's correct.
On behalf of the city?
On behalf of the city. When the properties ended up being acquired, then it will transfer those to the city.
So anybody who's in that area then would, especially in the line there, would really benefit from coming to this public meeting to hear how this whole process is going to work?
Yes, they would.
It's going to take some time with all those properties involved. It's got to be a little complicated. People might be a little uneasy, wondering what's going to happen when their house is going to be purchased. This is where they can get that information.
Yes, sir.
What's the date and time of that again?
March the 26th from 4 till 7.
At the community center?
At the community center.
Okay, right across the street from City Hall.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So the people go to this meeting, they learn some things. Then what, from the city's end, what do we do next year?
We're going to start on our mitigation projects that we have with the MOU with the DEP. They'll be starting pretty soon. We are continuing with design, and we'll go to it'll be a design build project, and we'll be getting those firms on board.
Okay, so tell us what you mean by mitigation projects. What is that?
We have some regulatory mitigation, which when you have impacts to the environment, we have to offset those impacts. And we also have some proprietary mitigation, which are some enhancements to the state park lands that we've worked out with DEP.
So for things that we're building, increasing the learning center, expanding the learning center at the Savannahs?
Yes, we're adding some square footage to the learning center, the education center on Walton Road. We're relocating Halpatioke Canoe Launch, and we're building a recreation trail up and off of Midway Road.
So all kind of things to help people go out and enjoy nature better.
Yes.
Give them a better opportunity to get close and go out and see what's out there. Okay, and then you're also doing some water improvement projects?
We have some water quality improvements as well. 3 projects in the river that will be dredging. They'll be doing some dredging work to open up some flowage through some oxbows and Evans Creek.
And so the idea behind this is, since you're putting a bridge over the river, I guess you got to put a piling in the ground somewhere, and whatever impact you're having on the environment, some other way you're going to make something better for the environment nearby in some other part of the area.
That's right.
And especially where people can come out and see the canoes, canoe trails, and all these kind of things.
Yes.
That's great that people can take better advantage of the nature that's here.
And the other thing, we're also donating 108 acres to be included into the state park, so we're increasing the state park as well.
Okay, and that was city-owned land?
City-owned land, yes.
That we're donating over there? Okay, so the state's being well taken care of in this arrangement to make sure they're getting something for this.
Right.
Okay, so you take care of these mitigation projects, they're called. When can you start building the bridge?
We think we're going to start, after we go through to selecting a design build firm, we think the construction, shovel in the ground about this time next year, with a completion date of somewhere in the summer of 2018 time.
Okay. And of course these are all just rough estimates because there's so many things that have to happen you don't know.
Right.
It's not like you can say we're going to have it open on Thursday at 4 o'clock
Exactly.
and it's, it doesn't quite work that way. You've got all these things to do and a lot of legal processes to go through as well.
Right.
It's a lot of work, but it must feel good to those of you in the Public Works Department for all these years you've been working on this to get this much closer, because that big hurdle, the big question is, will this be approved, has been done.
Correct. It's been a long time coming.
It's been a long time coming. So do we have any idea what the bridge might look like?
Actually, we do, and we'll unveil that. Well, I can give it to you. We'll have that in a couple days, and we will unveil that at the March 26th meeting as well.
Good reason for people to come out.
That's right.
Come get an idea of what this thing is going to look like.
Exactly.
It's probably been a couple of years since the City Council approved the idea of the name for the bridge. They did that at a council meeting.
They did.
Named it the Walter B. England Memorial Bridge.
That's right.
And named after the former city engineer, Walter England, who spent so many years working on this project himself and kind of got it going. So that'll be a nice name.
And we're working on a plaque for the bridge for that as well.
That'll be excellent. A well-deserved name.
Yes.
There's a lot to do to make it happen, but we've got a lot of faith in you because so much has been done. The rest of it's been built and it functions beautifully. It's a great road. It's wide open and clean. It's got good long walking trails down both sides. A linear park, you call that.
Right.
So I think most people in Port St. Lucie are pretty pleased with that, and the rest of this bridge should.
We see more and more people using it for recreation.
It's out there every day. So I can only assume that the bridge will be the same. People enjoy walking over that bridge there. Well, we appreciate your time. Frank Knott from the Public Works Department coming in here to talk about this. Give us the date and time and place of this public meeting one more time.
So March 26th from 4 till 7 at the Community Center.
Great, and public is welcome to come out and learn more about this big process we're about to go through.
Yes.
Great. Frank Knott, Public Works Department, thank you for being here. And we'll be back after this quick message. Stay with us.